Hey boss, how's it going? Floor 36, please. So, I have an idea to pitch to you. Yeah. We've been struggling a bit, as you know, in our gaming division, and I wanted to pitch an idea that can help us bounce back. Our food delivery apps have been raking a lot of dough, and I want to be able to do that with our gaming division. So, what am I proposing? There's this new thing called DLC, downloadable content. Yeah. So basically, if a player already owns a game, they can pay us more money to download extra content for that same game. We don't have to keep selling them new games and new games and new games. No, we can just make more content that they can pay more money to add to the game. Yeah. Rockstar Games is doing it. Yeah, they just started it with Grand Theft Auto 4. They have 2 extra expansion episodes called The Lost and Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony. And both of them are doing very well. I got a chance to play them both recently, and I really like them. And I think we need to start doing stuff like that to our own games. Yeah. Oh, we could do all kinds of things. We can sell people extra levels, extra missions, side quests. We can sell them outfits. Yeah, and you know how sometimes people can unlock new levels, unlock new characters if they beat the game a certain amount of time or achieve some sort of condition, sometimes beat the game without dying. Well, we're not going to make them be the best in the best. We're going to give people who suck at video games the opportunity to unlock these characters by paying for them. Yeah. Well, we're not going to force them to pay for them yet. Eventually we are. Eventually we will. We got to do it slowly, because if we change too drastically, people are just going to stop buying our product. Okay? You got to be subtle. You got to be sneaky. And that's what we're going to do. I see 10 years down the line, we make free-to-play games. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I don't think we should do that anytime soon, but I think we should eventually make games free-to-play. They're not totally free, but we are going to pump a lot of ads in our games and make them pay not to have those ads. I know that sounds insane, but eventually people won't have a choice, because we're going to slowly move the industry in that direction. And then they're just going to keep paying and paying and paying and paying, and we can keep milking and milking and milking for every penny that they have. I know that a lot of people who play our games are children and don't have access to a wallet or a credit card, but sometimes they might. Sometimes they may sneak into their parents' room and just boop, take their credit card, enter that info in, and spend $41,000 on microtransactions. That's what we're going to call some of the other things. DLC for like the big content, microtransactions for these little things that we're going to give them, like little outfits and more outfits and more outfits. Oh, and we're also going to sell them dance moves. We're going to give them the ability to dance. Yes, some games you can dance, but we're going to make them pay for it. We're going to make them pay for certain dances and more outfits, and sometimes special abilities that may or may not have any effect on the game. Although, we're going to make some games where they definitely have an effect on the game. Yeah, it's what I like to call the pay-to-win model. Yeah. So, take Call of Duty, for example. A lot of people are playing Call of Duty online. Well, we're going to make a lot of weapons unlockable through real money and give them a huge competitive advantage. That's right. Only the people who have the funds to give us all their hard-earned cash. Well, not always hard-earned. Sometimes they steal it from their parents. But anyway, their hard-earned cash, somebody's hard-earned cash, and then they're going to beat everybody, and then they're going to make fun of them for being noobs. Yeah, they're going to be proud of themselves for beating somebody who just started playing the game. I know that sounds ridiculous, but trust me, it's people are already doing it. It's going to be more and more common as time goes by. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, trust me, we won't be the only ones doing it, but that's kind of the point. See, this is something that nobody wants except us because we make more money doing it. But we're not going to say that. We're just going to slowly do it, like I said. And once everybody else is doing it, that's when we're going to go in full force because we don't have to worry about the competition giving a better quality product or better service or being more consumer friendly. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. Obviously, we're here to make money, as much money as humanly possible. Customer be damned. Right. You and I both know that. Obviously, we're not going to tell anybody, but you and I both know that. So, this is how we're going to squeeze every last dollar out of everybody. This right here. And like I said, the competition stops doing this, then we have to stop. But as long as they keep doing it, we can do it more and more. And how we know when we can go full force? If we know anything about Nintendo, they do not like change. They're stuck living in 1992. Okay? They're all the way back in 1992. They're going to take forever to adapt to this. They're going to be the proud company that doesn't do DLC or microtransactions. But trust me, eventually they're going to too. Eventually they're going to do too. Because they also want to make as much money as possible. And they just don't like stepping out of their comfort zone. But once they see that everybody else is doing it, they're going to do it too. And once they do, we have the consumers buy the cojones. Understand? Yeah. This is a crazy plan, but trust me, I know exactly what we're doing. And I promise you, this is going to make us billions and billions and billions of dollars. Also, speaking of DLC, downloadable content, a lot of games are starting to be downloadable as a whole instead of selling a DVD or a cartridge or a Blu-ray of that game. We're not going to stop doing that entirely, but we're going to slowly phase out of that too, because making physical copies is cost prohibitive, and selling it digitally, it doesn't cost us a dime. And the nice thing is we can also screw with the customer and make it so they don't own the game anymore. They're going to pay us full price for it, but they're not going to own the game. We're just going to sell them a license to be able to play it on their device, which we can take from them at any time. And believe me, we are going to do that a lot. So much. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And we're not the only ones who are going to do that. We're going to have this thing called DRM. Yeah, Digital Rights Management. It's so brilliant. This is how we're going to combat piracy. We're going to make sure that people who actually paid us their hard-earned cash for the game not to be able to play it unless they have an internet connection. Yeah, I know pirates will find a way around it, but we're going to try and work our way around that so that we screw over the people who don't pirate it. Okay, fine. Here's the real reason why we're going to do this. Because the people who pay us the money are going to be stuck with these pieces of DRM in some of our games. They're going to get frustrated. They'll never play them again. And then, we got their money without them consuming our products so much, which in turn, we get more for less. And that's always fun, getting more and screwing over the other people on the deal. Yeah, That's always fun. But what actually is going to benefit us is that they're going to get frustrated with this and then they're going to buy other games. They're going to keep buying other games that they actually can play until finally one day they get frustrated and go outside and touch grass. But until they do, we're going to keep racking in more of that cash. And who cares if some of them go outside and touch grass, because there's still going to be plenty of others. You know, video games are so popular these days and they keep getting more and more popular. In fact, I'm willing to bet that within the next 10 years, they'll be more popular than movies. Yeah, I predict within the next year, video games are going to be the most popular form of entertainment on the planet. Not movies, not toys, not sports, not but video games. Yeah, I really think that's going to happen. So, with that projection, no matter how much we screw over the customer, there's still going to be plenty more and plenty more and plenty more and plenty more. Yeah, I know some of them may wake up and buy some indie games so that we don't make any money off of it, and they're just going to pay some small independent developer that has nothing to do with our empire. But you know what? Screw them. Screw them. We're not even going to worry about them. Yeah, we're going to be focused on the people who give all their cash to us. Yes. Yeah. It's going to be a bit of a bumpy ride. There's going to be some backlash, but we really don't care. As long as number is more, who cares, right? Glad we're on the same page. Cool. Well, let me know what the board thinks, and we'll be in touch. This is my stop. I'll see you later.